My name is Patrick. I'm 20 years old and an avid collector of Shrek merchandise. I have every piece of Shrek memorabilia known to mankind. I have been collecting ever since the first film released. I was doing my daily search of Shrek merch on Craigslist and eBay when I stumbled across a certain piece of merchandise that had evaded me for years. A Shrek CRT TV. I'd finally found a listing that seemed legit. The price was decent, and the location wasn't that far away. Nearly bursting with anticipation, I decided to immediately head out to the buyer's place and purchase my long-lost treasure. The drive only took a couple hours, and I made it to the buyer's house with daylight to spare. The house looked old and abandoned, spiderwebs littering the exterior. I wondered if this was all a scam after all. "You here for the TV?" A gruff voice called from the darkness of the house doorway. I nodded and approached the man. The situation was definitely suspicious, but I had to stay strong for Shrek. "Yeah, you Shrek Daddy 195? I said nervously, pulling out my wallet. I proceeded to hand the man a wad of cash. He only grunted in reply before walking back inside his home, seconds later coming out with a dusty Shrek TV in his hands. "I hope you know what you're doing," the man said before slamming the door shut in my face. Driving home, I noticed it was now dark. I quickly walked inside, Shrek TV in hand, eager to set it up. I placed the TV down on my floor, fiddling with the cables and plugging everything in as my hands moistened in excitement. I moved to push the power button, my eyes furrowing in confusion when I saw something shimmer in the DVD slot of the TV. I curiously pulled the DVD out, noticing it looked to be an old Xbox disc. A label on it read, "Warning, do not play." My curiosity getting the better of me, I decided to pull out my old Shrek-themed Xbox and connect it to the TV. Starting the old game, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, just your average Shrek game. Although as I progressed, I quickly realized something. Nobody else was around, and a quiet, eerie song was continuously playing. "It must be a bugged copy," I said to myself as I continued walking through the game, coming across a clearing where a shape was laying in the distance. As I approached the mass, I soon realized it was the corpse of Donkey. His guts sprawled out on the ground, spelling out, "You should not have played this game." I held back the urge to vomit as I looked away from the screen. As I turned back, I noticed the screen was now nothing but static. Thinking the TV was broken or a cable got disconnected, I moved closer to the screen, my heart nearly jumping out of my chest when the game came back on. This time, Shrek was now facing me. I tried moving him, but the game wouldn't respond. I tossed my controller in frustration, only for the static to show again for a split second. When it vanished, Shrek seemed to be closer than before, like he was approaching me. Deciding this was enough, I moved to turn off the TV, but the power button wouldn't work. The TV did not shut off. Panic began to set in as Shrek moved closer and closer to the screen, my shaky hands yanking the cords all out in an attempt to shut off the system. Static invaded my vision once again before showing the game, Shrek's face right next to mine, his eyes hyper-realistic and bloodshot. Without warning, static came back, although this time I could distinctly see a hand peering through the screen, as if it was actually coming out of it. Just then, my fears were realized when I felt the hand touch my face.